So I just recently got this new toolbox from Harbor Freight. A bunch of toolboxes that are really high quality compared to some of the stuff they used to have. Really heavy gauge. This one that I'm replacing is about 70 or 80 pounds. This new one is 190 pounds. When I start looking, really thick steel, well made, just really solid. All the colors are $250. Green was $200, orange was $180. So you see where I ended up. I don't care what color it is if I can save a little money. I also decided to recycle my old toolbox instead of just throwing it away or something like that. I've been needing a good welding cart. So you can see it's turned upside down right now. I've got some new casters for this. There are some nice heavy duty 2,200 pound casters that, I guess orange is the new theme. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna create a welding cart out of this. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do that yet. I've got kind of one or two of the wheels figured out, but we've got just random stuff in the garage. And so we live in a relatively small space. We know most people struggle with storage. And so how to figure out how to do stuff in smaller, more organized ways is really good. So we got a new welder. As we've shown before that we've worked on different things. We have this cart that's just become kind of a catch-all everything of different pieces and parts and nuts and bolts and screws. In this welding cart, that's kind of a one-trick thing. So the goal is to take everything that's on this cart and everything that's on this cart in the old toolbox and combine it, put a work surface on the top, and just make one thing that is more condensed that works better. So we'll see how it goes. So here's what we have based on the sketch that you saw. Bracket on the side, I wanted to lower this down a little bit, keep my tabletops about the same height in the garage. Got these casters from the rainforest. Took the brake off this one because I don't need brakes on all of them. So I could mount this one a little closer because with the brake it would have hit this side. So I'll put a brake on this one over here. So this one's gonna sit here. As you can see, I've got 2 inches of clearance, so it'll still roll over stuff on the floor. This one will sit here. Again, checked clearances. Put this gusset in here to make this stronger. Might put a drawer of some kind in here. Don't know for sure yet. Welder's gonna sit up here, as you saw in the sketch, bottles over here. So some nice strong brackets here. Actually ended up bolting through the side here and through the side here. Probably completely unnecessary, but just did that. Have some angle irons bolted to the bottom here, as you can see, to secure the top. So I'll show when I find a top. I'm trying to make this all out of scrap parts if possible. So that's where we are so far. So here's kind of where I've gotten after a couple days of messing around with this. I ended up taking the brakes off all these casters just because they're a major pain in the neck. As you can see, this one that was going on here, it required so much clearance around there. It just wasn't going to work with sliding in and out to where this needs to be. So by taking those off, it really decreases the distance that these can be away. So dropped it down again with the bracket here. Very similar bracket on this side. You'll notice that I've got this on a furniture dolly right now. We love using furniture dollies to move stuff around the garage. Just really easy to move things. Got a couple angle irons with the top. Found an old piece of wood used for the top. This wheel is actually going to come out here. I haven't welded that on yet here. And then this one will come out here. So you can see the two rounded pieces where the two shielding gas tanks will go ultimately. Just kind of connected everything on wherever. The welder will sit down in here. Getting ready to flip it over here pretty soon. See, I actually removed all the drawers out of the inside so I could attach the top. Because it's kind of a weird circumstance, and because I overbuilt everything, I connected this to the top with the angle irons on both sides and then with 8 screws through the top. I'm sure it's way more than it needs to be, but that's how I roll. So, yeah, that's where we are. Well, I don't know what the next steps are. I'm just trying to figure out how things are going. Here we go, got it turned right side up. As you can see, a lot of welding work done on different things. We haven't attached any of the baskets or anything yet, but the main table's done. Got the casters on. You can see the toolbox sits nice and low, so we don't have too high of a work surface, nice and low to work on. I'll do more video obviously once everything is put in here, but got some 2,200 pound casters from the rainforest that work extremely well. So not that it's super heavy right now, but obviously you can see it rolls around really nicely. Because I did have to take the brakes off there, there will be a little issue with putting a rag under one of the wheels or something like that, but not the end of the world. So all ready to put some last finishing touches on here. All the casters work well, everything's in place, so far so good. So here's our fabrication station that's finished. A lot of work, a lot of adjustments as we went because this wasn't as well planned out ahead of time, but I had a decent plan. We got a second tank for this new welder so we can use TIG and MIG. Super cool welder, this Miller Multimatic 220. MIG, TIG, stick, both AC and DC TIG, which is nice. So maybe you'll be seeing some aluminum projects come soon. But again, I used this old toolbox, dropped it down in the middle. So cut some pieces out so you can see here, we like things organized. So all of our drawers now have these dividers in here so we can keep all of our things nice and organized when we're working on different things. It's just really nice to have everything kind of where it goes, keep track of everything, do different fabrications. We put 2 things for spray paint cans down on the end here. Keep that all together. In the back, you can see as I spin this around, some steel storage here. So we've got some long stuff and some medium stuff and some little stuff. We're probably going to build one more little bin for the end here. The welder and plasma cutter are now on a tray that slide out really easily. We mounted a vise to the end. Down here is where another little tray will go for some long stuff potentially. Don't know for sure, but everything's nice and solid here, rolls around. This tray just has 2 hinges. The welder slides out, slides back in, locks in place to change out rolls or anything. So really nice just to be able to move this around the garage really easily to wherever we want it. Do what we need to do. We'll see if we can keep this clean. We may end up putting a steel top on the top of this so we can weld. Right now it's just a piece of wood, so we'll see how that goes, but hope you enjoy.
We love to make things, yes we really do. Let's make some stuff together you can join in too. Plumbing, screwing, fabrication, here and now across the nation. Oh, and you can make some cool things too.